The Dragon Age Veilguard is free! It's free! Free to play! If you got PlayStation Plus, I think. Or whatever they call their stupid Game Pass rip-off service.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is
PlayStation Plus.
Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And just when you thought things couldn't get any worse for Dragon Age Veilguard, the game is already free. It's free.
I don't think it's gonna matter. They can make it free all they want. Bad game is a bad game. Nobody's gonna fucking play it.
No, right? Actually, it was Squeaking who told us about this.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus. We're talking a very expensive AAA title being made free on PlayStation Plus just a couple months after its release.
Not gonna matter.
And this game was such a disaster that the entire team got laid off, I guess. Bioware.
I didn't know that. That is amazing. I didn't know that they laid off the whole team. Hopefully Mass Effect 4 is going to be good, but I don't have high hopes, man.
It lost a ton of money. Everything is up in the air with them. And, we talked about.
If you keep the woke stuff similar to how Cyberpunk handled it and Baldur's Gate handled it, I think Mass Effect will be 9 out of 10. And I will buy it. But if you do some stuff like Avowed or Veilguard and you make it look gay, I don't even care if you leave all the gay stuff out of it. You make it look gay. Not hating on gay people, by the way. I'm not buying it.
This game, several other videos. This is one with the pronouns and the whole coming out as non-binary to your parents scene, and that's what this game was known for, more so than the game itself. And it was a joke. I mean, the game was not received well by fans. Some critics, of course, loved it. Gaming journos loved it because, pronouns.
What, the ones that are left?
The ones that are left. Yeah, the 24 gaming journos that are left. But players didn't.
Now, the only reason that gaming journalists on that side are even making money is people like me and people like you who read the articles and shit all over them and they get the click money.
Did not buy it. It actually sold less than half of what they thought was going to sell. And I mean, it's just another example of gamers deciding what they want to play, and what they want to play is not what the AAA studios are giving them. So they're playing other things, or they're going back.
And they tried to blame us, the YouTubers.
I can play in old games. I don't blame them. I like old games. I'd rather play old games.
Well, a lot of people are going back and playing.
Man, I'm playing Metro Last Light right now. I just played Metro 2033 a few weeks ago. I played Bioshock, the original one. Great. I played a bunch of Terraria. I don't mind playing these old games that are kind of recent, actually, that are fucking amazing and a million times better than games like Dragon Age the Veilguard.
Old games, we've talked about it at length. There's like a huge trend that people are. I just saw another article a couple days ago saying the same thing. They're going after the old games, the vintage games, that kind of stuff.
And they're making like vintage style games now. I just saw that there's a new Terminator game coming out that actually looks like a.
That looks interesting. It looks like a game-ass game, man. Not an ass game, a game-ass game. Where they're just trying to be a game. Hopefully there's no woke stuff in it that they're hiding from the trailers. Because I had noticed there was some purple in there. And usually purple, when you got a whole lot of purple puked everywhere, not a good sign. Dragon Age Veilguard, Avowed, they both have all this pink and purple neon puke.
A Super NES game.
Oh, that's cool. I know you're going to want that.
I'm going to want that.
I know you're going to want that. As soon as you said it, I'm like, yeah, you're going to want that.
But like most of the new games I play on Steam, for the most part, are like retro style games, and they're complete. And most of them are not. They don't have a bunch of DLC or whatever. Or they're not live service games. Yeah, I mean, it's just
the games that I just mentioned: Metro 1 and 2, and Terraria, and Bioshock. No DLC, just straight up games, and that's it.
Gamers are moving on from this kind of stuff. I think the studios need to move on because they're losing lots and lots of money. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You will get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
If you are looking for notifications, a lot of you are saying you're not getting notifications on YouTube. Go out to Substack, clownfishtv.substack.com. Sign up for notifications over there. And every time we post a video, you will get an email about it so you don't miss anything because we're just so damn entertaining. Right? I mean,
That's right. Some days more than others.
It depends. Today's not one of those days. Today was a rough day. We had some stuff going on with the other business. It's just like, God.
Oh, yesterday was the rough day for me, but that's because my mouth hurt really bad. And I was also very, very, very angry at Drew.
Yeah. Actually, February, I'm off the cuff here. February has been incredibly shitty. Like the entire month has been. Has your February been shitty, listeners? Has your February been shitty? Because it always seems like the shittiest month.
My February's been amazing, man. I moved away from Arkansas and I'm in a new state, which I actually really liked Arkansas. I moved to Illinois. Blah. Illinois kind of sucks, but the people that I'm here around now are really great.
Month of the year is February. I've
but
noticed
it's the shortest month, so there's
it's the
that.
Shortest, but like, God, I'm sitting there thinking like all the bad stuff that happens. Like, okay, you get Christmas and then you get January to kind of psych yourself out. And then February rolls around and then just all hell breaks loose in February. But anyway, yeah. So all hell broke loose over at Bioware and all their employees got cut loose because of all hell breaking loose. But yeah, Dragon Age the Veilguard is free for PlayStation Plus just months after launch. This is not something that usually happens. This come from Kotaku, and they're even like kind of like, well, yeah, that must have been a huge failure.
No, you think?
Yeah,
I'm seeing this for Avowed's future. How is Avowed doing right now? Oh no. Oh no. 24-hour peak, 8,000, 6,000 players right now. Oh no. I wonder how many of those are artificial and aren't actually people playing it. That's not good. Successful game, am I right, guys? It's a really good game, trust me. It's just not made for you. Stop comparing it to Skyrim. Ridiculous. These people are ridiculous, man. Avowed is an utter failure. And they advertised it like it was going to be a AAA game because they were comparing this game to AAA studios. And the studio to AAA studios. Making it seem like, look, this AA studio is basically a AAA studio. And look what they got. Look what they shit out. 2,481 viewers on Twitch right now. Garbage.
They were trying to say it was fine. I love it when they try to defend it and then it comes out like more and more evidence comes out that like, no, it actually lost a lot of money. No. The chuds don't understand. They don't understand basic math.
It's the YouTuber's fault. It's the YouTuber's fault it failed because they're getting in people's ears, telling them it's bad and making them not want to buy it. Because they can't think for themselves. Did you know that you can't think for yourself? I have to tell you whether a game is good or not.
Math.
It's funny you're mentioning that because unrelated to this, but related to the videos from yesterday, all these outlets, these news outlets in lockstep, and these personalities like Grace Randolph and stuff, and lockstep are like, KK didn't do anything wrong. Star Wars isn't ruined by her. It's funny to me because it's like, why are you all doing this now together in lockstep? That's what it reminds me of. Like this other stuff. Oh no, Dragon Age of Veilguard, fine. You're just a bunch of bigots who don't like pronouns. You're just, you're biggity. And now it's like, oh, you know what? There's evidence that maybe it didn't do well.
Yeah.
No, you don't say.
Well, it's like with movies or games or whatever that lose massive amounts of money. The initial reaction is like, no, you don't understand math, right? Your math is racist, you racist.
Yes, because 3 + 5 = 10, and you're a racist if you don't know that.
It's like you have no way of knowing that this movie lost money. And then it comes out like in the financials, like, yeah, this movie lost ton of money. Well, that's not really what it means. It didn't lose as much as it could have lost. I'm like, oh my God.
Then another movie will come out, another article will come out and say, yes, it does mean that it lost more than what we thought it did. Well, then I guess maybe it lost some money then.
And then they just kind of memory hole it. They're like,
they don't talk about it anymore. Yeah,
we can't let the chuds be right. But yeah, this thing lost.
Yeah, BioWare doesn't want to end up like Warner Brothers, where they have to shut down a bunch of studios and leave only like 3 games available that they can make that are going to cost $500 million.
shit ton of money. Same with Suicide Squad. That was another one they're trying to defend. They're like, you just don't understand. Concord. They're like, you just don't understand. Concord only lost $200 million, and it turned out it was like $400 million.
You know, that's not true.
That's not true. That's impossible because you said it. If somebody else says it, it's fine. I love it. You can like literally show the financial sheet, and
they didn't lose $400 million. That's just initially what they lost, and they canceled it. They also lost all the money that they thought they were going to make on all of the other content they were about to produce. They had a whole plan in place for this. They had shows lined up. They had like soundtracks that were going to come out. They had deals in the works with other people to put characters in Concord from, like, you know how Call of Duty does, where they got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and things like that in there. They didn't just lose $400 million. They lost all of their future prospects for that game too.
They still try to do these mental gymnastics to be like, no, it's just because your biased opinion. After it endured a decade of development hell and heaps of culture war bullshit, this is coming from Kotaku. It's a shame more people didn't play Dragon Age: The Veilguard. That's not even to mention the restructuring of Bioware that followed in the wake of the game's release because it was a failure.
But again,
and it's still gonna fail. Who's gonna play it for free? Like, I'm sure somebody will play it to try it out and then not finish it. Some will finish it because they're stupid. But some people are gonna play it as a joke because they're gonna be like, well, it's free now, so I already pay for PlayStation Plus. Might as well make a video about it or make fun of it.
I want to point out they're trying to blame it again on the people, those toxic people that didn't like it.
It's your fault.
Again, it's somehow the Shredder's fandom, you are the vocal minority, yet you are somehow the cause solely of something not doing well, not the...
I know whose fault it is. It's Asmongold's fault because he's a Nazi.
The massive amount of people who didn't play or didn't watch or had no interest in it, the silent majority. No, it's not their fault. It's solely on you because you're a hater.
They tried to defend this. They tried to say this game was like a slam dunk when it came out. And like, look, haters, look at all the people playing it. Well, EA, the publisher, said only 1.5 million people played it. And the last game had 12 million people playing it at launch, right? Mm-hmm. Despite that, it's still a good game. It should have marked a clean slate for Bioware after the studio spent years getting out from under the live service and open world misfires that plagued games like Mass Effect, Andromeda, and Anthem. Now EA seems to be squeezing any remaining players that can get out of it. Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
I forgot about Anthem. I forgot what a colossal failure Anthem was. It released, they immediately shut it down. I had friends tell me that it was good, that it was a good game, they're having fun with it. And then they shut it down. Such cope, man. By the way, those same friends played Avowed. Same thing. They're like, it's a good game. No, not good enough. Maybe it was good 15 years ago. It would have been crazy good if it were released 15 years ago. But no, it was a colossal failure, and they were just coping because they spent money on it. Well, actually, no, they didn't. They played it for free on Game Pass.
It's going to be free in March. That's only like 3 or 4 months after it came out.
But they're like, it should have been a win. But then they try to blame it because as people...
Yeah, they're hoping that they have the same Game Pass blindness that people have. Game Pass blindness where they're like, oh, well, I mean, I only paid, $15 a month for Game Pass, so it was really free. So it was really good for a free game. This is incredible for a free game. That's what they're hoping for with Dragon Age: The Veilguard. But I still don't think it's going to be good enough. Because I've got friends who actually did pay for it full price because they love Dragon Age. And they hated it. The real fans of Dragon Age hated it.
With the toxic culture warrior crap. And it's like, no one wanted this. That's the general audience said no.
That's not true. There were people that wanted it. And it was the people who hate people who play normal games. They destroy our favorite things on purpose because they think that they're better than the original designers of all these awesome things that we love. That's why the comic book industry is fucked. Because they think they're better than the original creators.
Oh my God.
Unless it's free, apparently.
Now they're okay. So this is
The current thing that I'm mad about is James Bond. James Bond is problematic because he's a misogynist and he treats women like objects. Well, yeah, James Bond is an asshole. And that's what we like about him.
This is where it gets really interesting. The Veilguard is the headliner alongside some other good selections like Sonic Colors Ultimate and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Cowabunga Collection. Both of those games are old.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
The big
I guarantee you they both get more players than Dragon Age The Veilguard. At least, maybe not at first, but over the course of time, these games are going to hold up more than Dragon Age The Veilguard. Made for modern audiences. How long are we going to have this modern audience? Because today isn't modern forever, man. 2005 was modern in 2005. It ain't 2005 no more. In 10 years, it's going to be 2035. It ain't going to be 2025, ain't going to be modern anymore.
big difference is the Veilguard just came out a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be a big holiday release, and it was a huge disaster. Sonic Colors has been out for a while. Ninja Turtles has been out for a while. Each game will be available to Plus subscribers on March 4th, meaning you can add it to your collection so long as you keep your membership. On the 3rd, the February games will cycle out. If you haven't saved Payday 3, High on Life, or Pac-Man World Repack. Yeah, so the Veilguard is already on par with Pac-Man World Repack.
I know. But it's because of the toxic culture warriors.
The toxic culture warriors. Guys.
That's me.
You know what I'm saying? The AAA title like Pac-Man World Repack. I'm excited for more people to play again. They're like really beat down. Like this is like tails between the legs. No, that's
you said Sonic. That was the different. That's a Sonic fan fiction.
I was gonna say that's some art on DeviantArt. Tails between the leg. Here's tails between my leg. I'm excited for more people to play a game that pretty much rejuvenated the Dragon Age series in my eyes,
yes.
After I had grown jaded toward Bioware's fantasy series since the Inquisition, but I'm also annoyed at the inevitable bad faith controversy that will follow the decision to make the game free just a few short months after launch. They don't do that for successful games because they know they can sell them.
No, there's no bad faith controversy here. This is just fact. It's like that no one wants it. They're trying to give it away for free to try to get more people interested in playing it because no one will pay for it. That is fact. That is not.
Nobody else. No good companies give away their games for free just months after they dropped. Look at Nintendo. They keep all their games full price, and people still buy the shit out of them years later because they're worth it. They're great games that aren't made for modern audiences. They're made for audiences 50 years in the future. Just look at the Legend of Zelda games. People are playing the shit out of those still. They're re-releasing Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Two great games that I loved as a kid that I'm totally going to replay. And they're going to release it full price. Guaranteed. Or at least like $40 probably. And I'm going to get it. And I'm going to play the shit out of it, and I ain't going to feel bad about paying that much money for those. I will pay $70 for the two of them, actually, if you want to know the truth.
Bad faith anything. Then if that's the case, this whole article is bad faith. Because you're full of shit.
Skyrim, look at Skyrim. They re-released that game full price a lot. And people still played it. People still bought it.
EA dragged Bioware through the dirt as it rebooted the game multiple times, and the team still managed to get a game out that spoke to the studio's strength. The Veilguard being a Bioware-ass RPG when it could have easily ended up being live service slop if EA had its way. That is actually true. I will give them that. I will give them that. All the publisher has done since its launch is throw it under the bus because it didn't make money.
You know what? I'm getting lightheaded, and I think it's the secondhand copium.
This is the theme of all of today's videos. It didn't make money. So they have to make decisions accordingly, right? And
it would have been understandable if they would have spent like $50 million on it. Really, I don't even want games to be that expensive. I'd like $10-20 million games that are like 30, 40 gigabytes in size, 10 hours, 20 hours. No, they got to make these games that they want to charge $100 plus for that cost $500 million or close to it. And they want everybody to buy them because it's made for everybody, right? That's not how that fucking works.
I don't know if they get paid by Sony or what to throw it on PlayStation Plus for free for a month, but they're trying to get every penny out of it that they can get.
They're trying to get people to play it because they're like trying to get them to play it so they can say,
I'm pretty sure it works similar to Spotify. I'm pretty sure that's how Game Pass works too. The more people play it, the more kickback you get from the people who bought in.
our numbers went up.
Yeah, that's it. They can say,
"Oh, give
look,
it away," but the numbers
we
went
had to
up.
give it away. But lots of people came to the soup kitchen. People are gonna download it just to see how bad it is with the skip to the pronoun scene, pulling a barb or whatever the hell it was. There's plenty to pick apart and criticize, but the Veilguard is exactly the type of game BioWare should have always been making, and here we are offering it up as a free PS Plus game when it failed to meet unrealistic expectations.
But you answered your own question, dumbass.
Breaking even?
Yeah, I know. Unrealistic expectations. Yeah, actually, people wanting it. That's unrealistic. Yes, you answered your own question.
Anyway,
Who is this person?
I don't know. It's some Kotaku writer. They're all the same.
Kenneth. Oh, Kenneth.
If you're a Plus subscriber, play Dragon Age: The Veilguard, even with its flaws. It's now an important game in the grand scheme of BioWare's history.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because of the pronoun thing?
Because they laid everybody off.
No, it still is a very, very important game because it shows where they failed, where they really fucked up. Ever since Mass Effect Andromeda, have they made a good game since Mass Effect Andromeda? And Anthem? What other games have they released besides this since then that were successful? I don't even know.
Because of it?
I mean, I'm like, what? Yeah, it's not known for good things. God. Hey, Kenneth.
Potentially representing the...
This is going to be an important game for, like, this is what not to do with your game. And then don't let the modern audience shit all over your real players, for one. That's a good start. And also, don't make your game for a modern audience because they don't fucking exist. The people who you are selling this game to don't play games.
Last time some of that studio's defining talent gets to create something together.
Hold up. Those people don't play games. They just want to talk about it. It's just a conversation piece for them. They might buy it so they can talk about it and be like, look, I played it. Are you going to be playing it in a year? You going to pick it back up in 2 years? You're going to replay it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years? No, you're not. You're just going to talk about it now because that's what everybody's talking about. And you just want to be part of the conversation. You want to be on the other side. You want to be a contrarian.
Because BioWare has sort of been scattered to the wind, and some of the Mass Effect people are working on a AAA title over at Hasbro or something now, and it's just like... But look, the game was a massive, colossal, huge failure. That's why they're giving it away for free. That's why they're just trying to like memory hole it because they spent, again, you spelled it out.
These people don't like this game because it's good. They like this game because they hate you.
Kotaku, 10 years working on this game, and because they turned it into a therapy session for the director to talk about their own gender issues.
And probably some of the people working on it.
It became a huge failure because players are like, yeah, this isn't what we wanted. We didn't wait 10 years for this.
Okay, so that makes it even worse. 10 years to go for free in a couple months. I mean,
yes.
But yes, it's not because of the game. It's because of the toxic culture around it. Yeah, no. Sure, Kenneth.
There is toxic culture around it. It's all the people who glazed it and told us it was 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Return to form for BioWare. What form?
They're not even wasting time now. I mean, look at what happened with Concord, right? Sony's like, yeah, this thing's dead on arrival. Pull the plug. It's only been 2 weeks. Yeah, it's only been 2 weeks. Pull the plug. There's
return to form. Their new form that they returned to had a sex change operation.
no point in keeping this thing online.
There's no brain waves. Just pull it. You know, it's like
Suicide Squad. They're like, yeah, this thing's done. It's toast. Forward out the last DLC or whatever, last update, and we're done here because it lost $200 million, right? This thing lost hundreds of millions of dollars, and you're like, yeah, just flush it. You want to play it, you can have it, whatever. We already took the write off. Yeah, we already took the write down. We fired everybody. Just there you go. But they can't even, because the Chuds won. Well, here's the thing: the Chuds keep winning because the Chuds are normal gamers, and they're the ones who decide if your game is a hit or a failure. And you keep churning out these very expensive therapy sessions that nobody's buying.
Mm-hmm.
You can't insult us. You can't call us anything. Chuds, Nazis, bigots. Because guess what? We'll start calling ourselves that as a joke because you're all fucking stupid. Not you. I mean, like, the people who were calling us Chuds and Nazis and bigots. Like, they don't get it. They don't get that we don't give a fuck. We're just gonna like what we like, man. And if you don't like that, go fuck yourself. I am so here for this. I love the chaos, man. These people fucking insane. They're losing their minds. They've already lost their minds. And then they put in a fake mind, and they're losing that one too. Fuck.